really excited here. These players, they are playing for a box of Edge of Eternities, a full-on box. So that's super exciting. I mean, that really is. That's some pretty great stuff that they can pull. And we're hoping they get really great pulls. And yeah, so this is some high stakes final round. Jacob is the name. All right. The prize for your pre-release is a full box. That is correct. If you go undefeated at our pre-release, all 4 rounds, the prize is a full box of the set that we are pre-releasing. So that is one of the reasons that you'll see so much turnout. Like I said, we've got 99 players here today, just under that 100 mark, and anybody who goes 4-0 today gets a full sealed box of Edge of Eternities.
Oh, yeah.
So really great prizes there. Really incentivize the players to do their best, play hard. And yeah, if that's nice to you, Sir Swagmaster, come check us out. Come here for a pre-release sometime. Show off your skills and win yourself a full box. I think we'd love to see you come and do that.
All right. Looks like we're shuffled up. Looks like we're ready to go. Chris is on a pretty sweet Rakdos build. I saw his deck a little bit earlier. I know you guys deck teched him.
Sure did.
He has an infinite combo.
He does. It is a 4-card infinite combo, so it's a little difficult to assemble, but in a 40-card deck, it's not as impossible
crazy
to find.
Yeah. And the combo has a lot of redundancy, right? It requires one of 2 cards that all deal damage when artifacts enter or leaves. He also happens to have 2 sack outlets in his deck.
Right.
And then he also has the black-red signpost, which we've been kind of gushing about. This card is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
What is its name? If we scroll down a little bit.
Oh, give me just 1 second.
Yep,
I've got
oh, fixing it, making it look
yeah,
nice.
yeah. So I've still got the win marker going on there for there it is, win marker blue. Get rid of that.
Right.
So one thing that's interesting about these is if it's on the current pane, I can't change it. So
frustrating.
yeah.
All right. Well, wow. What a start from Jacob. I mean, he's run 2-drop into 2-drop into 2-drop. I really like the black 2-drop that Jacob has onto the battlefield. That thing, when it dies, it's just a 2/1. When it dies, it leaves behind a lander token. Kind of from Wilds of Eldraine, if you were playing in that, there was a card called Minstrosity. It was a 3/1 that when it dies, he's behind a food. Kind of acts as a removal spell for small creatures, but I don't know if that card really matters in the face of this 4-drop 4/4
So
lifelinker.
yeah, we'll take a moment. Elegy Acolyte. If you guys have been watching all night, you'll remember this is one of the cards I was really excited to see. I think it does everything. 4 mana, 4/4. Please note, having a 4 toughness creature and 4 power because of depressurize means it dodges so much of the removal in this set.
Yeah.
It has lifelink. That's going to be really huge. Chris took quite a bit of damage. Doesn't matter.
But Jacob's stuck on 2, no less, right?
Yeah, that doesn't help either. So some of the few removal spells like Gravekill that could deal with it, he's not going to have any time soon.
Oh, sorry to interrupt.
Yeah.
Pretty sweet attack from Jacob here. Just fires 6 damage into Chris's face, daring him to block. I don't even know if Jacob has the combat trick. This might just be like, I don't think you're going to block me.
Yeah. So you kind of have 2 options here if you're Chris. Yeah, Chris is going to say, whatever, I'll take it. Because as he knows with the Elegy Acolyte having lifelink, cool, I'll just gain a bunch of life. Who cares?
Yeah. Yeah, but I mean, the other option for Jacob is not to attack at all. Just sit down.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, he loses if that happens. He's probably losing anyways, but at least try to give yourself an out.
Jacob just deployed a 1/1 with Death Touch, and that's actually a really big problem for Chris, because that will deal with this 4/4 with lifelink. So let's see if Chris has a removal spell of some kind, depressurize, something like that would be perfect right now. But Elegy Acolyte is not just going to draw Chris bonus cards, it's not just going to heal him a bunch of life to help him stabilize, but it's going to make 2/2 bodies, which are exactly what he needs to start trading off with the board.
Void. All right, here we go. Swing it in.
He says 1/1 Death Touch. Chris says, yeah, that's fine.
Happy to trade, get us 4 life. And then passes. I'm assuming removal spell. I can kind of see one of the cards in his hand. It looks like a Gravekill.
Jacob has just found his 3rd land, and I'm seeing a depressurize in Jacob's hand as well as a couple other cards. Are those blue cards in Jacob's hand? Okay, well, Jacob has no mana, but it doesn't seem to bother him too much thus far.
I mean, I think Chris has to use a Gravekill here. Not the best targets for it, but
Grav kill, gravity. You're right. You're right.
yeah.
Thank you, Vasily. I've been calling it grave kill all day.
No, it's a gravity kill. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But it's a good way. Makes it so that Jacob doesn't get the lander. Still taking 4. I mean, Chris is spending 4 mana to kill 2/2s. Not a good spot to be in. Uh, and Jacob's hand is instant speed removal. So
Yep.
anything that Chris plays might just get removed on end step.
Chris is kind of getting beat up by these puppies right now.
Mm-hmm.
These Chrome companions are being very mean.
Oh yeah.
But all right, very good, very good. Get something on the board.
All right. This is a. I mean, I don't know if it's a good card. It's not a good. It ETBs. The target opponent gets to choose whether you get 2 landers or to get 2 counters. I'm pretty sure Jacob says take all the land you want. You got 6 lands in play already. Enjoy the lander tokens.
Yeah, that's an interesting line. I don't know that I hate it. If I were Jacob, what I would do would be to depressurize in response and then say you can get the counters.
Probably.
That'd be my
I
play.
also think he could have used the diplomatic
relations
card that I think is in his hand that he's using right now, anyways.
Yeah. So to be fair,
I think in both scenarios, you just kind of open yourself up to a combat trick from Chris. Like if you go for this and Chris kills the creature, you're in a
which
bad
is exactly
spot.
what just happened. Grav
Bad
kill.
spot, yep.
So double grav kill out of Chris. That's really important to see. Diplomatic relations now fizzles.
Yeah.
Now,
Question is, do you still mash with the corgi? Try to get a trade in?
if I'm Jacob, and that is a really good question, Vasilios. That really is because Jacob is looking pretty good with a bunch of cards in hand, but he's stuck on 3 lands and no islands to cast 2 of the blue cards in his hand.
Yeah.
Chris kind of has the opposite problem. He's got lands galore, but these lander tokens are at the very least going to help Chris thin out some of that mana in his deck, make sure he stops drawing it.
He's got another land in hand too.
Yeah, I think he's holding 2 swamps right now.
Yeah, this is part of the infinite combo. He's only 3 cards away.
Yep, yep.
This one, when this creature enters until end of turn, another target creature you control gets +2/+0 and gains. When this creature dies, returns to the battlefield under its owner's control. Also has warp. Just hard casting it and say, hey, go ahead, block my 2/1. But I don't think Jacob cares, really. He's just at 23. Every time those corgis tap, gains a life.
Yeah, yeah.
But the game is slowly slipping away from Jacob as Chris starts to deploy bigger and scarier threats, and the door will close very quickly.
Yeah. So I think the part that really has Jacob bailed out here is that Chris is just so flooded, but the part that has Chris bailed out is that Jacob is so screwed.
Yeah.
So kind of 2 opposite ends of the problem here, and it's just going to depend. Does Jacob find the lands or does Chris find the heat? And I could be wrong here, but I kind of want to say Chris is going to find the heat first, because with that lander token he's about to pop, there won't be a lot of lands left for Chris to find, and I think the ratio is just starting to look better and better for Chris.
Maybe, but I mean, Jacob presumably has 14 lands left in his deck.
Yeah, also true. Also true.
It's just a question of, does he draw the blue source, and then what can he deploy the things in his hand fast enough to actually keep up with just a 5/4? I mean, that's all that's on the battlefield.
Right.
But that alone is putting so much pressure. Looks like a fight spell. Here, I believe there's Mail Strider's Resolve. When it ETBs, enchanted creature fights a creature. And then and it gives +0/+2, so that way it doesn't actually trade here. What is the other card on the corgi? I think it's a Mail Strider's Gear. When it ETBs, attach it to target creature you control, and then it gives +2/+1 in reach. This is a 4. What is this? 4/4 corgi?
It's big enough to trade
4/5 corgi?
with.
It trades, yeah.
And that's a big problem here.
I mean, I think Chris is just happy to trade here.
I would agree. I would agree. The problem with Chris is he can't swing and encourage the trade.
Mean, I like this not attack by Jacob. Like you said, I think he's holding depressurized. This is a way to make it so the corgi doesn't trade on the next turn, but you just have the mana to. You need the mana to deploy it.
Right. Yep. And that's going to be Jacob's problem for a while if he doesn't start finding more lands. It's just having enough mana to make the efficient plays.
Yeah.
Chris. Now, again, if I'm Chris here, I'm going to break my lander token on my upkeep just to make sure that I have less of a chance of doing what he just did and top deck that swamp, right?
Yeah. I mean, it depends on if he has a way to like a landfall trigger.
I don't know that he does.
I don't know if he does either.
Maybe. Because the other thing here is Chris has enough mana. He doesn't need the 2 mana to crack the lander token to he doesn't need that to cast whatever he might top deck. So I would have thinned it out on the upkeep. That's fine. That's fine. Chris does get heavy punished there by finding a 3rd swamp. So Chris is in a really unfortunate spot.
Yeah. Another non-land drawn from Jacob, though. I think he drew a Shattered Wings. Is that right? No.
All right, Chris. Yep, you got to offer up the block, I think. Because here's
Yeah,
the
I
thing:
mean,
if
he's
you,
threatening a 2-turn clock with the
yeah,
Corgi. If you
so
don't block this turn, you're blocking next turn anyways.
mhm.
Here comes the Depressurize, I believe. Or this is the +1/+1. Indestructible.
Yeah,
Untap Reach. This card has seen some decent play today. All in very good scenarios. Not super high on the card, but combat tricks are, they do their job.
they
When
do.
they do their job, they're very good. That's
Yeah.
that's always how it goes. His
Yep.
biosynthetic burst.
All right, Chris. He's not even going to crack the lander, and he's going to draw another land off the top. Oh
My goodness, Chris.
gosh.
I would recommend drawing less lands. That's my recommendation.
Yeah. Once again, punished for not cracking the lander token. That's tough.
Yeah.
Just 2 in a row. Land, land, land. I mean, that just.
What's the other card in Chris? He's got a swamp and something.
I don't know. It's
I
one
think
of
it's
those
the board wipe.
high-costed cards.
No, it's the board wipe, which is hilarious to deploy on just the Corgi. Yeah, this is one of the, I believe, like 6 or 7 board wipes that are in this set. It is Rakdos, and it is called Mutinous Massacre. It is 7 mana, red, red, black, black, 3. You get to choose odd or even, destroy each creature with mana value of the chosen quality, then gain control of all creatures until end of turn. Untap them to gain haste. Just said 2, got rid of the Corgi, and is.
And Chris draws another land. Chris,
No, that was not a land. That was not a land.
you're sure?
I think so.
I want to say that was a swamp, unless he swapped it to the back real quick. Swamp?
I can't see. Chris
Swamp?
is being too sneaky. Oh, here we go. Blue source from Jacob.
All right.
And Chris is in the spot where any threat Jacob deploys is kind of dangerous. That equipment here also adding power to the board. This is a
Oh, he top
2/4
decks a
flyer.
swamp. Chris, how is this happening?
2/4 flyer is what's on the board for Jacob. It's about to get bigger from the artifact, the equipment.
Chris, I will pay you money. Crack that lander token. Do it right now. You've been punished 3 turns in a row. Please crack that lander token.
I mean, he doesn't know there's a land on top,
I know. I bet he keeps thinking, right? The chance goes down every time I draw a land, right? The
I mean,
chance that it's another one
it does.
goes down. Why would I want to shuffle?
All right. Yeah, see, he drew the kill spell. That's the
Oh.
Convoke kill spell. 4 mana, Convoke, destroy target creature. An Among Us reference, I believe, actually. Vote out. 4 mana, Convoke, destroy target creature.
Yeah.
But Jacob deploys another 2/4 with flying, thanks to the controlled artifact, and met with. Ooh. All right, 3-drop on Chris's side. What is that card? 3-drop on Chris's side. Susurian Voidborn, maybe? I believe that's what it is. Whenever another creature or artifact you control dies, drain 1.
You know what? I might be flaming Chris unnecessarily. Maybe what Chris has is a Embrace Oblivion somewhere in his deck, and he just wants to keep the land around so that he can sack the artifact. So
Totally reasonable. That card is not castable if you don't have something to sack.
correct.
Totally get it. Attack for 2 from here. It was a Susurian Voidborn.
And it got depressurized, yeah.
Important, though, that it was because it gained him a life,
So-
which reduces the clock by a whole turn.
Yeah. Now,
Or increases Jacob's clock by a whole
True.
turn, rather.
Now, at the very least, this is what we were talking about, at least what I've been saying over and over again at the top of my lungs, which is Chris assuredly will be unable to draw lands pretty soon.
7-drop? What are we doing here? 6-drop.
Bang.
Oh, this is on my list of one of the most powerful non-rare cards of the set. I believe that's a Monoist Circuit Feeder. It's a 6 mana 4/4 flyer. When this creature enters until end of turn, target creature you control gets +X/+O. Target creature an opponent controls gets -X -O. -O -X, excuse me. Where X is the number of artifacts you control. Doesn't kill anything. Realistically, it's a 4/4 body. Right, but Jacob does have the removal spell in hand. That is the flash 1/1 flyer. You can pay 2 to sack it and draw a card. I think he's just gonna, fire off this. What are we sacking?
Mhm.
Yep.
Yep.
I mean,
But Chris just needs to keep going. I mean, all Chris needs to do is draw runner, right?
yeah.
Which is doable with all these lands he's got. He's gonna
He's
do it. Yeah,
choosing
he's
to
like,
sack the
okay,
land,
okay. No more getting punished. Chris, show up to the top of the deck, please.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And I believe that last card in hand is a swamp. So he's
Mhm.
drawn 13 of his lands.
And they're laughing about it. They're enjoying it.
I mean, sometimes that's all you can do.
Jacob says no cut. Chris is gonna untap first.
Jacob
Don't draw
says it's
land.
on
Don't draw
you.
land if this is a land. Oh, it's not a land. All right, all right.
Not
Play
a
out that
land.
land.
I believe it's the cultist. Yeah.
Yep. The other part of this 4-card combo.
Umbral Caller Zealot. 3/2. Sack a creature. Our artifact. Surveil 1. Again, really good card. This 2/4 flyer is trying to go all the way. It seems to me like Jacob does not want to equip the equipment, but then instead of sacking the equipment, chose to sack the 1/1.
Interesting decision for sure.
Valuing the equipment, not unreasonable given how low Chris is and how powerful these flyers are. I mean, that flyer is lethal next turn if they equip.
And a swamp off the top. Chris, how does this happen?
Oh, my bad. The equip is 5, so
Oh,
haven't
never
been able to
mind.
equip.
It makes sense now.
But this, I mean, this is it though, right? I mean, if he goes for it,
Mm-hmm.
what's the other card in play that he just had? The artifact, the blue artifact.
I'm not sure.
Does he go for the kill? Chooses not to. Taps the creature to draw a card. Really nice card. That's still lethal over there. Man.
Wow. Wow. Hey, I got to go undefeated and watch the stream. Jesse, congrats, man. I hope you're enjoying that box. Hope you're having a good time. Hope you get some great pulls. Hit an Ancient Tomb, hit a whole bunch of those really, really beautiful POV shocklands.
Oh, it'd be nice.
Because, man, those are just gorgeous.
Yeah.
But we're going to kick it over here to the booth with Vasilios and Lincoln and take a look here. Chris is strongly considering removing 5 to 10 lands from his deck for other cards, literally anything else, please.
Yeah. I mean, it's bad luck, but it is what it is. It does happen.
That's Magic.
It's the classic screw versus flood problem.
Yeah.
Screw almost always wins, right? I mean, it's just like there's so many more cards to draw out in the screw than in a flood. And then when you finally do draw out of your screw, you're double spelling.
Yep.
And Chris was not. Chris was single spelling at best and oftentimes praying for the removal spell that never came, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, literally from 9 life got beat down by a 2/4. So
yeah. And hey, those puppies.
Yeah.
Look at how much they mattered. Wow.
I mean, Jacob's first 3 plays were 2-drop, 2-drop, 2-drop. They got in for 2 and then 4 and then 6. So it was just like a lot of damage coming out. Chris finally able to stabilize with some powerful rares, but just ran out of gas.
Yeah, that's exactly right. So we will have to see how this rest of this board, or the rest of this match rather, establishes for Chris.
Chris
and
for
for
the sideboard. The first person to sideboard on camera. No, that's not true. We saw CJ sideboard.
Yep.
He sideboarded 1 card.
Only the true limited players sideboard on camera.
It's important. It's an important facet of limited. It's oft forgotten in the era of best of 1 MTG Arena Limited, where you don't have the option to sideboard. You're playing a best of 1, right? Yeah. I also think it's a shame that limited GP coverage isn't a thing anymore. Those were some of the coolest GPs. It's unfortunately just required a kind of base of knowledge for the viewership that not everybody had, and I think their viewer numbers were pretty low. So, but the booth's been good. I mean, what do you think, Lincoln?
You know, being in the booth has been a really unique experience. I think our viewers have been a little bit lower than our normal FNMs get, but I think that makes sense because a lot of those folks who may not go out for an FNM are going out for pre-release.
True.
But pre-release has also been really enjoyable. I think our Scryfall being down is
huge bummer,
a big roadblock, but we are we're really making it work. It really feels like we're doing this thing. And honestly, Jesse, I want us to start doing this every pre-release. I see no reason why we shouldn't stay consistent and be in here, and just make sure that we're providing consistent content to folks who want to be able to tune in and watch. And I think pre-release, covering limited might be really valuable for some folks getting into it. And Vasilios here, he's a master of limited, so keeping him in the booth. Hey, he keeps saying that, but he's playing modest, right? So hey, I'm here because I like Magic, all right, but I'm not any good at limited, so. I think
it's been fun. It's been good.
Yeah.
I think having Scryfall will make this a lot better. We learn piece by piece. Next time will be better. Time after that will be even better. So on and so forth.
Yeah. We've hit so many learning experiences thus far. And Jesse, thank you so much for resubbing for the 3rd month, man. I appreciate you so much doing that. You are the best. Now, I'm yapping. Let me kick it back down to the battlefield because these folks are playing.
No 2-drop from Jacob. The hand developing very differently from last game. This time, Chris on the play gets to be first to act, I hope. Yep, there we go. All right, this is another Caesarian. This is the Blood Artist effect, right? whenever it or another creature leaves the battlefield. I believe it's leaves, not dies, so that I can trigger the warps. Whenever your creature could offer control. Nope, it does say die. Never mind.
Yeah.
So you drain one. Very good card. Very strong card. Part of an infinite combo. I was telling Chris before this, I don't really care whether you win or lose. All I want to see you do is pull off an infinite combo at least once. So
Yep.
this is the game.
Yep. This is it.
Just kidding, Chris. I hope you do great.
But yeah, I think that. Oh, okay.
Okay.
So a little tough.
CJ using this card to good effect as well. This is the war machine. What do you the warship, the gunship? I'll get it right eventually.
Yep. Warmaker
gunship. When it enters, it deals damage equal to the number of artifacts you control to target creature and opponent controls. No ETB value. Just using it for. Actually, I don't even know. Did he station it? I don't even think.
I don't see any counters on it, but
think
he
he
might
just
have wanted
attacked.
to.
He attacked. This is the thing, though. Do you waste your attack or do you station?
Right.
It's what makes these cards really difficult to play or evaluate, rather. But no play from Jacob holding a depressurized, though.
Well, something we've seen so far is that.
Ooh. Another part of the combo.
Okay, Chris is assembling
it.
So one of the things that is really interesting about this is we've seen how impactful flyers have been all night tonight. All night. They have been so important and integral to every game that I almost want to think about stationing exclusively to get a flyer going. Just I've seen it be so important.
But it's interesting because you can also station with your summoning sick creatures, though. So maybe it's worth getting the attack in, stationing with the summoning sick. I think if Chris stations here with the Zealot this time, basically he'll gain. Or no, I'm sorry, that's not the Zealot. That's the Caesarian. The amount of damage isn't. No damage was lost.
Right.
Right. He's still attacking for 4. He would be attacking for 4. It's always 4. 4 all the time, right?
And this was the highest value way to play it for sure.
Yeah. But interesting, Jacob just kind of let it happen. I thought there was a depressurized hand. I could totally be wrong. It is hard to see the cards in hand. That is not a depressurized. Excuse me.
That is the Black Planet.
Oh, that is the Black Planet. Yeah. So Jacob has just passed the turn every time. No, that is depressurized right there.
Sure is. Yeah.
Okay. If I figured you would depressurize the Caesarian in response to the trigger. See you later, Hagen. Came in to say hey.
Congrats on your box, sir.
He absolutely killed it. This really sweet deck build. Oh, interesting anti-causal vestige in Jacob's hand. Chose not to warp it though. So the play here, gotta kill something. You gotta deal with something here, Jacob.
Yeah.
There you go. Depressurizes in response to the trigger. I kind of wish he did it last turn, but regardless, gets it off the battlefield. But does in response to the cast, so the power buff does actually go on the gunship. I think this is 6 damage coming in. Yep.
Okay, so Jacob under a lot of pressure.
Ton of pressure here.
Jacob has no board established. Let's see what the plan is. We've seen the anti-causal vestige be huge. Let's see if the move is for him to just deploy that and put a permanent onto the table.
Unfortunately, it's a tap land. Didn't really develop it in the earlier turns, so now kind of being punished a little bit by it.
Yeah. So his best bet is going to be to warp the anti-causal vestige for 4. Draw the card and then slam something because it cares about the number of lands you control, not mana spent to cast it. So he can hit a 6-drop or less onto the field. And I think that's exactly what he's doing.
Yep, has to do it.
And you know what? That is a foil anti-causal vestige. Great
fancy.
Pull. Great pull.
Fancy pull. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. 6-drop.
Yep. So end of turn. It goes to exile.
Zone.
I draw a card off the LTB. And what permanent do I want to put into play?
Looks like he's putting a 3-drop into play.
Yep.
Unfortunately, doesn't block favorably on either, I believe. I believe this is the 2/3 or 3/2 menace.
The Insatiable Skittermaw, I believe.
It's a 2/2 menace with void at the beginning of your step if non-land permanent left the battlefield. Note, the instep's passed. The beginning of the instep's already passed, so it doesn't get the counter. This is a jump blocker, is what this is, unfortunately for him.
Which is not what Jacob wants to be deploying in a scenario like this.
He needed something that would eat or trade with the 5/4. And then he would still need to deal with the flyer.
Yeah.
Right.
And that gunship kills in 2 turns. If he removes this Skittermaw, he has lethal on the table right now, Chris does.
Yep. I mean, pitch to blue spell, again, for Jacob, stuck on blue.
Oh.
Removal spell incoming. What do you need? Snakeskin Veil? No, that's a swamp. I don't even know what it could be. And the Snakeskin Veil is not legal in this format. But
And there it goes. Yep, Jacob says, you got it. You got it. Wow. So let's kick it back over to the booth. Boom. Vasilios. Look at us running this whole thing. Alrighty. So we get another win now. So best words in Magic, right?
Yep, best
Game 3.
Game 3.
And I'm excited for this. I'm happy to see both players' decks really got to do their thing. This has been a really good run so far. I'm very happy with how this has developed. And you know what? For pre-release and limited in general, we have had really great games.
Yeah.
I've been very satisfied with how these have turned out.
We've seen some cool stuff. This is Chris's last chance to assemble an infinite combo.
Yep. And remember, Chris, there's a box. There's a box waiting for you.
Sacrifice the box. Go for the combo.
Jacob,
don't even go for lethal. Yep. Just go for combo.
And Jacob, you as well. There's a box waiting for you. It is up to you guys to secure it.
Yeah, Jesse, we haven't seen any on the battlefield. The bonus sheet is kind of interesting in this set in that it's not super impactful for the limited format itself. So we haven't really seen any in play. I've seen some pretty sweet ones get open. I watched a guy open an Ancient Tomb.
Yeah.
Just a couple minutes before this round started, so that was pretty cool.
Now, it's worth mentioning that a lot of the bonus sheet cards are extraordinarily rare. Very, very rare.
Yeah.
Some of like the Green Sun Zenith type comic book arts, those are about 1.5 a box. Sorry, 0.75 per box. So we opened 3 boxes yesterday. We saw 2. 1 Green Sun Zenith, 1 Magus of the Moon. So, and that's not quite the same.
Those are the special guests.
Yes, like, the special guests. You're right. My bad.
Yeah, the bonus sheets, I mean, there's some really sweet cards on it. Ancient Tomb, Eldrazi Temple,
Gemstone Caverns.
Stone Caverns are some big hits. Ink Moth Nexus. As far as ones that actually impact limited, though, I mean, it's the manlands mostly. Celestial Colonnade, Creeping Tar Pit. We did actually see a Wandering Fumarole from CJ in round 1, which was pretty cool. That's the blue-red manland.
Cathedral of War could be very impactful, just exalted on a land with some of the way we saw like these flagships.
I mean, it's better than a lot of the cards in the bonus sheet, but it is still a tapped, colorless producing land, which is kind of a bummer, right?
True.
Same thing with Blast Zone, cards fine. Blinkmoth Nexus actually is a creature. Mutavault's a creature. Inkmoth Nexus is a creature. The cost of playing a colorless land when fixing is so bad in this format is high.
That's true.
But anyways, let's get back to the game. It looks like their game.
Wow. That's my bad. I'm used to sideboarding, right? Where people go awfully quick.
Sunken Citadel is pretty cool. So that's mana fixing, though. That gives you colors, right? Which is important, right?
Yeah.
If the land produces colors, I'm way more okay with it, especially when it produces whatever color you need, right?
For sure. All right, so Chris has assembled part number 1 of the combo.
All right, in the face of a 1/1 flash flyer that can sack to draw a card, a clue, basically. All right, Chris, part 2 of the combo. Time to go. Yep, so the Umbral Zealot is probably being tapped, I assume? Nope, you can only cast it for 1 mana if it is your turn.
Yeah. Jacob tips his hand a little bit.
New cards, Jacob also.
What's the whole combo? Jesse asks. Oh my goodness!
Glad you asked. It is an Umbral. You need an ungated sack outlet. That would be Umbral Caller Zealot, which is in play right now. Sacrifice another creature, artifact, surveil 1. You need a way to deal damage when creatures or artifacts enter. You can do that with Susurian Voidborn, a 3-mana 2/2. Whenever another creature or artifact you control dies, drain 1. Or there's a red one that is whenever an artifact or creature enters the battlefield. I think it's just artifact, actually. You deal 1 to the opponent. Either of those cards in play. And then you need 2 copies of Perigi Beckoner. 5 mana, 4/5 with Warp 2, and you can use the Warp. It says whenever this creature enters until end of turn, another target creature you control gets +2/+1, and when this creature dies, return it to the battlefield tapped under your owner control. So you get the Beckoner into play, you target the other Beckoner with that ability, you sack that Beckoner, it dies, returns to the battlefield, targets the first Beckoner, you sack that, and you create that loop where they constantly are entering and re-entering, and then you get 1 damage every time this happens from either of your drain effects. It is a 4-card combo. Chris has an unreasonable amount of redundancy in his deck, though. So it's actually honestly probably kind of doable. But it takes a lot. It requires a lot.
Yeah. So something really important to note here. Jacob, I believe, is missed
Mana
a land
screw
drop, and not just
and a
mana screw.
color.
He has only islands right now.
You know, the last 2 games he was struggling to find islands. In this game, he's
That's
found
all he got.
islands.
I lied. He did not miss his land drop. I just didn't see it under his hand. So he's got 3 lands, but they are all islands.
Yep.
Now, thankfully for Jacob, he seems to have some play in these blue cards. He's drawing blue cards off the top as well. So this might be what he needs.
Yeah, he really needs a swamp, is what he needs.
Yes.
Chris got a Terra Pact Intimidator. Jacob chose to let it enter with the lander tokens instead of the 2 counters, meaning Chris can't really attack. Or he can. It will just be offered up probably for the trade.
Yep. Jacob says, I'll take that.
There you go. Jacob takes the trade.
Oh.
But big play from Chris.
Yep.
Oh, my goodness.
There it is.
This might be my favorite of the signpost uncommons. It might be the strongest. There's a couple really strong ones. It's a very strong one. The Interceptor Mechan, 4 mana, flying 2/2. When this creature enters regrowth, return target artifact or creature from your graveyard to your hand. So he's just going to get the guy back, the Interceptor Mechan. Sorry, it is an Interceptor Mechan. He will just go and return the Terra Pact Intimidator. You know, Chris has 2 Interceptor Mechans in his deck. He can loop these things indefinitely.
Yeah.
Wild. Also, on top of that, I believe it has a void trigger that Chris may have missed. Right? It says void at the beginning of your end step if a non-land permanent left the battlefield or was warped, you get a counter on it.
I do see a counter.
I lied. There's a counter. I'm blind. It is what it is. But
Oh,
what
good,
a card.
Good, good.
What a card.
Absolutely. Crazy value being generated. Jacob still really stuck. This is a really bad spot to be for Jacob.
Yeah, it is an unfortunate way to end the night, especially after 3-0ing. It's been going well for him.
Now, if it's any consolation, I do believe that these players agreed to split the prizes and play for content for us. So thank you both, but that means these players are playing for the extra pack right now.
So no skin off Jacob's back.
Yep. Nobody's going home upset.
What a card. Again. Chris is just throwing out heaters. I tell you what.
Yep. Runner.
Warmaker Gunship comes in, blows up the 1 creature. If that card ever kills anything on ETB, it is truly Flame Tongue Kavu. For the old heads here who were playing, even when I was not. Triggers Void. Now it's a 4/4. I mean, things are fully out of reach. I don't really know how Jacob gets back into this one. Drawing a green card, certainly not the way to do it.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, sends it back, I think.
Oh, hold up. Deploys a 1/4 flyer.
Not going to do it.
Not going to do it, I think.
So let's...
Well, so, I mean, I think he might have another turn, unless somehow that gunship can get stationed. In which case, no, he does not have another turn. Or he would, because the Zealot's a 3/2.
Right.
Regardless, that thing will be reduced to a chump blocker.
Right. There's just so many options for Chris is the problem here. We know we've seen the depressurize. We saw 2 grav kills. It's not unrealistic at all that Chris just
Lander
moves.
crack. Another sweet synergy here. Landers.
Trigger void. He sure does.
So on end step, that thing will get bigger and bigger and bigger. Wild.
Man, what a good time we're having so far.
Oh yeah. Chris, I need you to drag this out in combo.
Boom. Yep. Removal.
Key black 1-drop removal. Classic removal spell with set mechanic. Gives -2/-2 at sorcery speed. Not a great card, but a fine card for 1 black mana. However, the void.
Jacob, you've got
10.
1 life.
Jacob,
you. 1 life in a dream. 1 life in a dream.
Nice knowing you, man. There's nothing, right? I mean, the only out here, I believe, is the white board wipe. And I don't think he has white in his deck.
Going to be difficult for him to get 2 planes on the battlefield in that.
And draw the card.
Yeah.
That's not in his deck. So I think it's tough.
A lot of hurdles here.
A lot of hurdles here.
All right.
Jacob will be a nice untap.
And a green card.
Green card.
Wow. Hey,
Right.
really great plays. Let's kick
GG's,
it
guys.
over to the booth. All right. Well, Vasilios, it is midnight and 10. What a day of pre-releasing we've had. We saw some great decks, some great plays. What a blast. I just want to tell all our viewers, thank you so much for making us a part of your day. If you're watching on Twitch right now, we appreciate you very much. We appreciate you sticking until this late at night. I hope you're enjoying Edge of Eternities as much as we did and having a lot of fun with the set. And you can make it out for pre-release. We just had 99 players in the
Ooh.
beautiful city of Fairview Heights, right outside of St. Louis. ImpactGamingCenter.gg. If you like these cards you're seeing, you like the arts, all these pretty things, pick them up here. We'll start listing this stuff on the website very, very soon, this weekend, and you'll start to be able to buy all these things, and that'll be great. Otherwise, if you're watching this after the fact on YouTube, like, comment, subscribe, ring the bell, do all the things. Don't miss all the great content we have when you comment. You know what I want to see. I've told you many times already tonight. I want to see what you like about the set, what kind of mechanics you're enjoying, breakaway cards, what archetypes you like to play, all of that. And there's our sign off. Vasilios, what
All
you
right,
got to
there it
say?
is. Thanks for watching.
Thank you so much, man.
Thanks
What
for
a
sharing with
pleasure.
me. Yep.
You all have a good one. See ya.
Peace, y'all. I was waiting for you to sack your landers to start surveilling. I actually forgot you could sack our. Yeah, oh my goodness. See, you're just thinking too much of the infinite combo. No, I know.